What's going on, everyone? Welcome into the Cleveland Browns Report. Matthew Peterson here with a fun show planned out for you guys today. We're going to hit on the latest Denzel Ward injury news, plus major Deshaun Watson news. You'll see what I'm talking about later on. And at the end of the video, the Browns, they almost traded for who? Well, Andrew Berry spoke to the media today, so we're going to run through some of the takeaways from that. Now, I'm not feeling too good, a little under the weather, so just bear with me if my voice is not fully with me. But Denzel Ward, he has missed the last 3 weeks with a concussion, and Andrew Berry, who spoke to the media today, was asked about Denzel Ward and his status, and pretty much said that the Browns, they are being cautious with Denzel Ward. Remember, this is his third documented concussion. Keyword documented. We know the NFL players sometimes play more than what we're believed to know what they're going through. He had 2 concussions his rookie year. This is number 3 here. So Zach Jackson from The Athletic tweeting this out that any concern Denzel Ward's concussion is a long-term thing? Well, Andrew Berry saying, we're listening to the medical experts. Concussions can be tricky, and we'll make sure Denzel is fully healthy. He's doing everything he can to get back on the field. So that's good to see. Now, we of course want to see Denzel Ward play, but let's be honest, Denzel Ward has not been stellar this season. So the Browns have definitely, in my opinion, stepped up in Denzel Ward's absence, and hopefully after coming back to the team and a little bit of time away from football, Denzel Ward can return to that top-tier form we all remember him being. Because Pro Football Focus, and they're not alone, myself included, know that Denzel Ward is capable of playing a lot better because he has ranked 105th out of 110 qualifying corners according to PFF, an overall grade of 39.8, pass coverage 43.2, and run defense 41.5. This is not a, hey, it's good that Denzel Ward's hurt because he's been cheek so far this year. No, Denzel Ward is an elite corner when he's at that status, right? But right now we haven't seen that, but I do believe Denzel Ward can round out the year finishing a lot better than how he has started so far. Now, speaking of Pro Football Focus, PFF also graded Greg Newsome and Martin Emerson. And I took their grades from the last 2 weeks where Denzel Ward has missed, and it's been on these two guys to carry, a lot of the workload against some top-tier quarterbacks. So, overall grades, upper 60s, this is really good for PFF. Pass coverage, stellar. Run defense, sure, maybe not great, but you don't pay corners, you don't draft corners early on for their run-stopping capabilities. That's just a cherry on top if they're great against the run. But these two guys have not just played really very, very well the last 2 weeks. They have played 2 of the top quarterbacks in the NFL, Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. And what have they done? Pretty much shut them down. Lamar, once again, was pretty inept against the Browns. Just 56% of his passes were completed. 120 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Joe Burrow had 2 turnovers, an interception. A.J. Green, what's up? And then Taki with that forced fumble as well. 232 yards. I mean, give credit to this Browns secondary that looked like it was beyond the point of return and was one of the worst in the NFL. They have really rallied the last couple of weeks against 2 great quarterbacks without their number 1 corner. I mean, sometimes the NFL just has a funny way of doing this where just when you think you know what's going to happen, no, next man up mentality goes 180 on you. Now, the Browns have a bye this week, if you haven't heard, but we're not going to slow down here. We're not going to take our foot off the gas here in our coverage. And after the bye, the Browns play the Dolphins. And at Chat Sports, we have numerous NFL team channels, one of them being Dolphins Today, hosted by Will Scott. And he does not know this, but we're going to invade his channel overnight and just blitz him beyond belief. So let's beat him in subs. We've got some work to do. He's got about a double-plus lead on the Browns report. But you know what? They won't have that kind of lead on Sunday in Week 10. So if you want to see the Browns beat the Dolphins, you want to see Cleveland improve to 4-5, I can't guarantee that subscribing does that for you, but I can't not guarantee it. So why leave it up to chance? All right, the major Deshaun Watson news. Maybe the reason why you clicked on to today's show. Andrew Berry told the media today that Deshaun Watson will start Week 13. No way! Yeah, of course this was always going to be the plan, right? This didn't even have to be said, in my opinion. Now, Watson is eligible to return to practice November 14th. He has been with the Browns facility in some meetings in a limited capacity for the last handful of weeks. I mean, this is the most obvious statement of all time. When you go out and trade heaven and earth for Deshaun Watson, give him $230 million guaranteed, Jacoby Brissett, he could have gone 12-0, 11-0 in his absence, and yeah, Deshaun Watson was going to take the field the first chance he could get. And I, for one, can't wait to see this come down because Watson is a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. We're talking about the 2020 NFL passing leader here, who, yeah, it wasn't like he was in the world's worst situation. He had some great receivers in DeAndre Hopkins and Brandon Cooks during his time in Houston. But listen, Deshaun Watson is going to elevate this offense, which already an offense averaging 25 points per game with Jacoby Brissett. I mean, Brissett, let's clap it up for number 7 right now. He has been solid. Thank you, producer Trace. He has been solid filling in for Deshaun Watson. I mean, this is an offense with a backup QB that's scoring 3+ touchdowns a game. Think about all the teams right now, like the Broncos with Russell Wilson, that are scratching and clawing for 1 or 2 touchdowns a game. When Deshaun Watson takes this offense, takes the field, what's the first kind of big differences I'm looking forward to seeing? One, I like Brissett, but he has a tendency to have cinder blocks for feet. And when pressure gets on top of him, he does not evade it very well. Watson, very athletic and very mobile, and he can extend plays. And the other thing, it's the deep ball accuracy. We're going to see Donovan Peoples-Jones and Amari Cooper, who have already had an awesome season so far, really go to another level. I saw this on Twitter, and I want to bring this to your attention because I think it's a pretty sad and depressing but fair question to ask here. Since 2000, is Jacoby Brissett a top 5 Cleveland Browns quarterback? I know it sounds outlandish to say out loud, but when you start thinking about the QBs and the individual seasons they had, I don't think it's that outlandish. I mean, here are my top 5, and this can be, rearranged a little bit. I'm not going to swear by it, but I think the number 1 Browns quarterback in a singular season since 2000 was Baker Mayfield in 2020. Going to Pittsburgh, knocking off the Steelers in the playoffs. Derek Anderson in 2007, probably 2 ahead of Hoyer, 3. Mayfield 2018, his rookie year, should be at the 3 or 2 spot, but I don't want to give Baker 1 and 2. Jacoby Brissett at 5, I don't think it's that outlandish, right? You could go with like Tim Couch back in 2002 or 2003. Not Seneca Wallace. Not Jason Campbell. I think Brissett might be top 5, which the more I say, the sadder that sentence is. All right, I want to throw this on screen. It is our comment of the day from our previous video. It comes from a longtime viewer here at the channel, Josh Miller, saying, what a steal we got in center Ethan Posick. He is graded as one of the top 3 centers in all the NFL. Very shrewd and not talked about move by Andrew Berry. Still need defensive tackle help, but moves like signing Posick are what makes AB a solid NFL GM. I mean, hand up. I was definitely on the train of when Nick Harris went down, I do not trust Posick whatsoever because he was not good with the Seahawks. Andrew Berry, I know you watch this show daily. Way to just mute me during that one episode where I said, no, don't start Ethan Posick. Bring in another center like J.C. Treader. But Josh, you're right on the money with this take here. Now, if you want to get on screen, guaranteed way to do so is a super thing. So outside of our live shows, which we do every Thursday and every game day, if you want to make a contribution to the show, you want to make a take and get it on screen like Brown Tiger, my alter ego evidently, M. Peterson, Sal, T-Bone, Wade, a super thanks, and boom, we'll put your super thanks on screen for all of our viewers to see. All right, next up on the show, the Browns almost made a trade for who? Well, we're going to decipher Andrew Berry's press conference and try and read between the lines to figure out who this mystery player was that Andrew Berry said they were very close to trading for. But first, we've got an awesome deal for you guys here at Chat Sports. BetUS with a great promo code, Browns125, that gets you a 125% deposit bonus. Now, you've heard about us talk about BetUS before. Well, I got the green light from my bosses. Victory week means victory jerseys. If you want a free jersey, all you have to do is go to chatsports.com/bet. Promo code Browns125. Sign up, put 100 bones in. They get you that 125% deposit bonus. And listen, when you make your first bet and email us jersey@chatsports.com, that link in the comments and the description, you get a Deshaun Watson jersey. Let us know the size, the color of the jersey you want. You want a Myles Garrett jersey? We got that too. This is on me and the rest of us here at Chat Sports. We are giving you guys a free jersey for getting started with our sportsbook partner, BetUS. You just got to follow those instructions. So make sure you do so, and when you do, you will get a free jersey on us. Do it before Sunday. That was the deadline I was given, so don't miss out on this awesome deal. And the next time you're in the Muni lot, you can be repping a Deshaun Watson or a Myles Garrett jersey. Email jersey@chatsports.com once you have followed those steps. All right, Zach Jackson, who covers the Browns for The Athletic, with a very insightful tweet I wanted to share with you guys. Andrew Berry said Monday's result had mild impact on the team's approach to the trade deadline. That's as close to a real answer as he usually gives on anything. Same for pretty much every coach and GM in the history of football. So, we finally got some more insight on how close maybe the Browns were to striking a deal. Well, then Zach followed it up with this tweet. We came close to one deal in terms of acquiring a player, said ultimately the cost was too high. To Kareem Hunt specifically, I give him a lot of credit. All he's done since August is work hard and really put the team first. So Andrew Berry said that the Browns were close to acquiring a certain player, but the cost was too high. I wonder who that player was. I have an idea. It's Daron Payne, the defensive tackle from the Washington Commanders. Now, if they do not land Daron Payne in free agency, there are some other options out there, but I expect Andrew Berry, if he was going to trade for Payne in the middle of the season, he's probably going to be aggressive in free agency to finally bring in a legit run-stopping tackle. Some other free agents, some notable names, this upcoming free agency pool: Tear Tart, Shy Tuttle, Sheldon Rankins, and Javon Hargrave. So if the Browns strike out for Daron Payne, there are some other decently big names out there that could come in and help the Browns out. But Daron Payne is the guy we all have our sights on. So far this season, 4.5 sacks. Think about that. He's not like an Aaron Donald. I mean, Daron Payne is good. Don't get me wrong. But if you had a Browns defense, like when Jordan Elliott got a sack 2 weeks ago, I knew I had to change my pants because no one from the interior defensive line has generated any pass rush whatsoever. Daron Payne inserted to this lineup next year would be awesome for the Browns. I would love that. All right, if you made it to the end of the video, we're going to end on this note right here. We haven't done this in a while. Kind of shame on me. We've gone away from it, but I want to bring it back. Made it to the end of the video. Type FPIT in the comment section below. The reason why I ask you guys to do this is that way I can see who all the MVPs, the real ones that watch the entire video all the way through. So it's a good way to get some recognition for being an MVP here at the channel. Spam FPIT in the comments if you made it to the end of today's show.